I know. Oh man, I'm zoomed in. Hold on, guys. I didn't think it would. That's way better. All right, it's got the letterbox or whatever, but it's fine. Whatever. I was gonna say my hair is not combed. I didn't comb my hair like at all. I was outside with my dogs and stuff like that. It's 3:30 right now when I'm filming this, so I don't. It's fine. Harry Potter. I made a video ago, I think, on TikTok. I don't remember when I made the video. It was a while ago, last week probably, talking about if I should get in or not. And you know, we took a vote, me, and you know, I said, yeah, why not? Let's hop in the franchise. So that's what I did on past whatever. I'm losing my train of thought of the important stuff right now. I saw the first movie. I forgot what it was called, man. What was it called? I saw the first movie 2 days ago, and it took me a while to process it. And so I thought, oh, and the Philosopher's Stone, my bad. And so now I've seen it, the first movie at least, and I gotta say, really good. I liked it. You know, obviously it's old, it's dated, so it's not, you know, it's like new CGI and stuff like that. Like it's not, it's old, and you can really tell, and that's fine. If it's a good series, a good film, or whatever it is, franchise, then it's worth watching from the beginning, no matter how old it is. It doesn't matter. Like if it's a good franchise, like it holds up, like definitely I'm gonna watch it and stuff like that. Like Lord of the Rings is also on my list. I'm sorry, I'm not cultured. I have to watch Lord of the Rings. I have to watch Harry Potter. I just finished Star Wars 8 a while ago. I'm still trying to get through episode 9. I'm doing 5 minutes a day now, more or less. I don't know when I'll finish it. I put it off and on, and I don't really care about finishing episode 9 anymore because it's garbage. And then now I've started something good. Harry Potter franchise. Saw the movie. Fantastic. I loved it. My wife, before I watched it, was like, you may get into it, maybe not, because the first one's kind of like a little bit more PG. You won't see anything like compared to like the last films when it's like he's a teenager now, like a full-on teenager, an adult, whatever. And you know, the series gets more rated R as it goes on, so you may not feel comfortable watching it from the beginning and stuff like that. You might just want to put it off. And I was like, you know what, I don't care, I'll watch it. I literally just saw all the Toy Story films, and she's like, oh wait, never mind, you just saw Toy Story from the whole series from the beginning all the way to 4, so you'll be good. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't really care, stuff like that. Like the other day I wanted to watch K&D, Codename Kids Next Door, the movie, and I can't find it anywhere at all. I don't know why. I'm trying to watch it. Anyways, Harry Potter. The movie started off with him being abandoned, or I guess his parents were murdered, my bad. And then he was given off to like his cousin, his aunt, his uncle, and his cousin to live with them. And you know, it shows how they abuse him and stuff like that, preferring obviously their blood child over this inconvenience that they have, where he literally lives under the staircase, and you know, he cooks the food for them, probably cleans and stuff like that. He's basically just a nuisance, and they just have him around just to do the chores and the dirty work and stuff that they don't really want to do. I shit you not, when they showed that scene of the cousin running downstairs, jumping on like the stairs so that, you know, the dust comes down and lands all over Harry, I paused it, looked at my wife and told her, so when does this piece of garbage family die? And she started laughing. She was like, okay, well, they only show up like for a couple of minutes, like every now and again, so like you're good. You don't pay attention to them. They're not that important. But oh my god, from that first scene, I just wanted to grab the cousin. Just Dudley, I think his name was. What a stupid name. I hated that family right off the bat. I hated that family. I'm pretty sure, obviously, they were made to be hated on, I'm assuming, if they weren't and someone actually likes them. I don't know if they get character development later on in the movies and stuff like that. I've only seen the first one up to right now. And as far as of right now, my thoughts, I want to murder that family. I hate them a lot. Anyways, he was getting cards from Hogwarts to go to Magic Wizard School, and you know, they were throwing the cards in the fire, they were throwing it to garbage, whatever, but then more and more came, so then they moved off to some remote island, which like is like a singular island. Like how would they even get there? Like, do they have a helicopter they just flew there, or a boat maybe? It was pretty interesting how like I was like, all right. Then Hagrid shows up and he's like, Harry, it's your birthday and you're a wizard, here's a cake and stuff like that. And then the little pig fat munchkin cousin starts eating the cake, which is not important, but if he gets bullied, that's fine with me. Bully the bully, all right? Like, don't bully innocent victims, bully the bully, all right? I'm fine. Like that. I hate them a lot. So anyways, he takes Harry and then they go off, collects a couple of stuff. Everyone's like, that's Harry Potter, that's Harry Potter. Oh my god, we've been waiting for you. He's like this enigma because apparently he who shall not be named, with, by the way, they mention his name a lot in this movie. For a guy whose name shouldn't be mentioned, They were talking about him like he who should not be named. Who is it? Oh, it's Voldemort. Oh yeah, but don't say his name. Don't say his name. Don't say Voldemort. That name you shouldn't say. Voldemort. Yeah, the Voldemort. Don't say that name. Don't say Voldemort like at all, because then stuff happens or something. I don't know. They didn't. They were pretty vague on that. Anyways, they collect some stuff. He tells them that he has that scar there because or someone tells him. I think the wizard shop wand owner was the one that told him, oh yeah, that scar you have on your forehead. Yeah, he gave you that, but can't say his name. Don't say his name. And so Harry's like, damn, that's insane. So then Hagrid takes him to like the train station or whatever, and I think it was station or port or something like that, dock 9 3/4. And then they run into the wall. That's where he meets Ron. That's pretty cool. His best friend, his buddy of the series. That's really cool. And then he meets Hermione, I think, is also, yeah, because she was walking around. She's like, oh, you're a wizard. And then she repairs his glasses or something like that. And then they get to the school. They get sorted out in their rooms and stuff like that, which I have to mention. I took a test, okay? I took the Harry Potter test. And I know what house I've been sorted into. Now, my wife's cousin loves Harry Potter. Okay, she's Gryffindor, and her son is Gryffindor too. Okay, my wife is Slytherin. All right, and so is her other cousin. Apparently, she's also Slytherin. So I was like, man, this is interesting. I want to take the test to know which one I am. So there's Gryffindor, there's Ravenclaw, Slytherin, who's like the arch enemy or like the rival of Gryffindor, and then there's Hufflepuff. So when I heard that Slytherin was like the rival to Gryffindor, I thought Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw were like rivals to each other, which I guess I don't know if that'll play a part into anything. My wife said that this is mostly like the story from Gryffindor's point of view because, well, Harry is in Gryffindor and so is Ron and Hermione, like the main trio of the whole school year, basically every school year. I took the test and my wife laughed at me when I told her that I was in Hufflepuff. I did some research. I didn't spoil anything. I just saw Robert Pattinson is in this movie, which surprised me, and I know that he's Hufflepuff now. So I'm in the same class as Batman, and I'm I'm excited because I don't Gryffindor is cool only because Harry's in it, because he's the main character, right? And then Draco Malfoy is in Slytherin, and then my wife is also technically in Slytherin as well. So that's like that's pretty cool too. And then Snape is also in Slytherin. And then Ravenclaw, I don't know who was in Ravenclaw in this movie. At least they didn't introduce anyone from Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff in this movie. So maybe the next one, the sequel, the what's the sequel called? I think I saw the trailer. It was Chamber of Secrets, I think. Maybe Hufflepuff shows up in there, but I was like, who's in my, house and stuff like that. So I saw Robert Pattinson's character. I forgot his name. I just saw his face and I was like, that's Robert Pattinson. That's Batman. I'm in the same house as Batman, dude. Oh, I feel so cool. But that makes you think, would Batman Ravenclaw? Because Gryffindors are like heroes who move without thinking, or yeah, so like that. And then I saw this video. And then Slytherins are like the thinkers and stuff like that, will think before they move. So I guess that's why they're like rivals to Gryffindor. And then Ravenclaw are basically like the know-it-alls, the brainiacs, the Jimmy Neutrons, and the Rick Sanchez maybe of the house or whatever. And then Hufflepuffs are like the background character who does like heroic stuff without seeking the praise or stuff like that. I'm unsure what it was, but I know I'm Hufflepuff, so I got the Hufflepuff fever, pride. I got the Hufflepuff pride. So I'm with Batman again. I gotta mention that. I'm gonna keep flexing that. I'm with Batman. Anyways, I'm proud to be in that house. And they mentioned Hufflepuff, or a certain character I think was a Hufflepuff when they were doing the housing selection thing, and I was like, that's my house. Ooh, Hufflepuff, that's me. Let's go, baby. So they get sorted. They go to sleep. Then they start magic school, I guess. They go to different classes and stuff like that. Basically, the whole thing in this movie is that, there's a Philosopher's Stone, which I didn't explain what it could do. But if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood or whatever, the original, then you would know more or less what the Philosopher's Stone is capable of, creating life, or like in this case, creating a body for he who shall not be named. Don't say his name. Which is this whole like plan this school year, I guess, because apparently he might come back next year which might just be a recurring thing for every year, I'm assuming, because for this movie at least, this is planned. So kids foil the plan. Turns out one of the professors was the one behind it all, which he just has he who shall not be named on the back of his head, which is disgusting as hell. Imagine living the whole all day. How would you lie down? If you were to lie down with a face behind you, I guess you would be lying down sideways, like on your pillow or something, because if you're lying on the back, that guy would probably suffocate in the morning. How is he breathing? Do they share the same organs, or is he just like these are the questions no one's asked. I was expecting Dumbledore to do I was like, oh shit, did I say the right name? Dumbledore to do something cool like in this movie, but I guess not. I mean, if it's going to get progressively harder for Harry or whatever to overcome these challenges and stuff like that, then him taking on a professor or a teacher at school as his first challenge only makes me wonder, like, is it going to be a new teacher every day, every movie or stuff like that? Is it going to be some other people coming in, students, or like some outside force or something that's going to make these trials for him harder and stuff like that? Like, these enemies are just going to get more difficult and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. They beat the teacher, Harry gets the Philosopher's Stone, and then Dumbledore says they destroyed it or something. And then basically this whole movie is him being like, I have no family, my family's dead, which I would be completely on his side if my aunt and uncle were treating me like trash, like they treated him. So props, like, definitely heart goes out to him, like, definitely. And so at the end of the movie, everyone's like, or Hermione is like, time to go home. And so as Ron was like, man, I want to go back home and see my mom and dad, whatever, basically glazing to Harry that he's an orphan. And so Harry's like, nah, I'm leaving my home, I'll see you in a couple of months. So that was pretty sad, because obviously he doesn't have a house. He has a house to return to, but he doesn't have a family or home, you know, to return to, because they hate his guts apparently. And, you know, Hogwarts being his home and him being an orphan and stuff like that, Hogwarts being his home, is very sad. Very, like, it's the sad thing, like him going to school there, being with his friends, stuff like that, and then once the school year's over, he has to go back to the other world, the regular human world or whatever, the Muggle world, I guess. I don't know what they called it. And so it was pretty sad for him to go back. And so I'm excited to see the next movie, Chamber of Secrets, I think it's called. And so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But so far I'm liking it. And I'm trying to get my hands on Hogwarts Legacy. Coming soon. I'm working on that. So anyways, that's gonna be it. I like the movie. Yeah.